Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's me again, Brian. This is Class A Plus English, and I was just chatting away to myself there, and I had this moment of panic that the audio wasn't muted. Good evening. It's the 11th of April, 2025. Time is flying, eh? It's almost the Easter holiday. Spring break, as they say in America. One of my students, he was in California, Southern California, working. Yeah, he's an IT guy, and he was just saying it was completely nuts. Like everybody was drunk. You know, all the students were drunk for spring break. Disgraceful behavior. I agree with you. Welcome anyway. We are going to continue tonight with the life and suffering of Sir Brante. Yeah, but it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Um, I did it right. Let's talk about what we did. Excuse me. This morning I did a stream because I didn't have any lessons, and I did a stream, and we got to a really kind of critical point, I think. So we're going to jump right back into it. I've got a feeling we might have to go back again and do a little bit of it. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. I put a poll on the YouTube community. If you are a subscriber, you are welcome into the YouTube community. And I did a poll about whether we attack or stay quiet, and it was an overwhelming majority. Well, in fact, it was 100% of the replies were that we attack. I'm not going to mention numbers. I'm not going to say how many people replied to that poll. 2. But still, it was 100%. It was an overwhelming majority, yeah? And so that is our plan. We are going to attack the university tonight. Let's get into the game, okay? How's the sound, Iona? Yeah, you're watching. Fantastic. Welcome back. I know you're trying to make a game at the moment, yeah? So good luck with that. It's Friday night. I'm just going to jump into the game, okay? Let's go to settings. Bit of music. It's quite nice. I quite like this music. Quite relaxing. But it is a bit annoying when I'm playing, yeah, for the audio. So we're not going to have the music very loud. Let's continue. Let's find out where we left off. Chapter 3. So I think I'm like 17 now. Yeah, right. I'm 17. Okay, really quickly before we start. I think this is stream number 10. This is kind of like the 10th episode. There's a lot to explain. It's a game. I think it's based on a Russian novel. It's based in a medieval world, but it's fantasy as well. Really quickly, I'm a commoner. There's these things called lots classes. I'm a commoner, the protagonist of the game, Sir Brante, and there's the commoners. There's the nobles, there's the clergy, the priests and stuff, and then there's these Archnians, who I finally got into it this morning. Someone just asked me, when am I starting? Well, I'm starting right now, actually. Hang on, give me a second. All right. So there's the Arcanians, which it kind of clicked in my brain today because they have blue skin. But this morning I had an epiphany. I had a moment of clarity where I realized what they're talking about is royalty, yeah? Because in English we say blue blood. So you'd have King Prince Charles over in England. He is a blue blood, yeah? You know, Harry, with all his podcasts and stuff, yeah, he's a blue blood. This is the expression. Personally, I come from a republic, so it doesn't really matter to me. Anyway, let's get back into it, yeah? Excited? Me too. Let's go for it. Don't press exit. Don't press exit. Okay, so here we are. We're 17. Now, we did something incredible the other day. When I say the other day, I mean this morning. Okay. So we have to go through this again. So let me just really, really quickly recap. Sophia, a witch, came to visit us, and she asked me to notice what I said there. I said us. Yeah? What? Brian? Are you schizophrenic? No, I'm not schizophrenic. In English, native speakers often use us meaning me. Yeah? So I'm working in the office, I'm doing something, and my boss says, Brian, can I talk to you? And I will say, can you give us a second? Can you give us a minute? Why? I have no idea. Sorry, I have somebody messaging me here, yeah? Okay, great. And good evening, Iona. Thank you for watching, yeah? A friend of Class A. And Iona, I know for a fact, is a big fan of Class A. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, in English, often we use us meaning me. Can you give us a second? Yeah? Call us tonight. Native speakers will say this. We're not schizophrenic. We're not multiple personality. It's just something we do. I was reading something about it because we don't have a polite you or something in English, you know what I mean? So maybe it's kind of something to do with this, yeah? But it's curious, yeah? So if someone says to you, can you give us a second? As in wait, it doesn't actually mean there's a few of us or a few of me. Anyway, we're going to jump into it. We did this part this morning. We've been studying, so to be a judge, right? To entrance to the university. So let's get into it, and I will explain where the game begins from the previous stream. So there are only a few days left until the Imperial College exam. History, law, theology, you spend all day reading and rereading the books you brought with you, staying at the Library of Eterna for hours, sometimes until it closes. But we have an expression, to burn the midnight oil. Yeah? To burn the midnight oil is an expression in English. I think really it's for studying, you know, if you're studying very late into the night, yeah, you're burning the midnight oil. Midnight oil or midnight lamp? Yeah, it's midnight oil, isn't it, yeah? And, yeah, so I've been working really, really hard. And finally, the day comes, all right. So, we're getting to the point where we're making some life choices at 17. There's theology, to become part of the clergy, to kind of socially climb the social ladder to become a noble, to become a judge, to stay as a commoner. Or we met Sophia the other night, and she's like a revolutionary, and she is the lotless, the classless. So we helped a professor who had forged his documents, and we helped him escape. So we're kind of cool with the lotless crowd. A clear sky hangs over Eterna today. The breeze is warm. You dress in your best outfit. A grey jacket and velvet culotte trousers. I don't know how to pronounce this. Culotte, I don't know. Boog! Have you seen that on TikTok? Yeah? Boog! You comb your hair carefully and polish your boots until they shine. So I'm dressing up, I'm getting ready, I'm looking good, yeah? You leave the lodging house where I'm staying, you know, where I'm renting, and head for the Imperial College. Now, I've said this before, native speakers use this expression, head, meaning go. I'm in the street, I meet a friend, he's walking down the street, I say, where are you heading? Where are you heading? Where are you going? Yeah, I'm heading to work, or I'm heading off, I'm leaving, yeah? Very, very typical for native speakers to use this language. My legs grow heavier with each step. My anxiety at the fact my fate will be decided today is virtually tearing me apart. Okay. Wow, it's buzzing, yeah? The college is a majestic building that looks not unlike a castle. In the square in front of it, you can already see several dozen people. I explained earlier this morning that I've never done 2 streams in one day, by the way. This is a first, but usually it's Friday evenings I stream, but I had nothing to do this morning, so I thought I'd do it because I really like this game. A dozen means 12, yeah? I go to the supermarket and I buy a dozen eggs. If I don't want a dozen, I might buy a half a dozen, yeah? 6 eggs. So there are already several dozen people, young men, sons of nobles of the mantle, like you, waiting for the college doors to open. Time slows to a crawl. You're keeping me company while I work. Well, that's it. Sit back, relax, and do your work, and you can listen to the life and suffering of Sir Brante. I'm sure it's going to be a bundle of laughs, yeah? By the title of the novel, of the game. Crawl. Speaking of which, Iona, yes. Iona has a few glasses of wine. She tends to crawl home. We go on a pub crawl. At last the doors open. A stately man dressed in a professor's mantle appears at the entrance. He is the dean of the college. He is, as I said this morning, he's the big cheese, yeah? The big boss. The students-to-be fall silent as the dean gets ready to deliver his welcoming speech. We've all had our moments, Iona. We've all had our moments. Yeah, I am not one to judge. Yeah, that's not my style. Okay, here we go, everyone. But the silence is interrupted by heavy footsteps and clanking armor. A squadron of warriors emerge near the college, led by Archnean officers. Their banner bears an image of golden grains. The noble militia of Monia province? What are they doing here? I'm complaining about my neighbors being noisy, but like they have to listen to me like screaming and shouting, and they're going like, what the hell is he doing down there? The nobles of Monia form a circle around the college, each warrior moving quietly and precisely until a chain is formed. They're closing down the area, not letting anybody in, not letting anybody out. One of the Archneans is clad in an old-fashioned suit of armor. He's wearing an old suit of armor. He is the leader of the militia. He locked the bar on the massive doors of the college into place and then proceeds to the stairs to address the crowd loudly. Here we go, everyone. Oh god, there's his name again. I forgot about this. Good-looking guy. Commoners, before you stands Egerius of the Monroe dynasty, Archduke of Monia. By my will, the college is hereby closed and today's entrance exam is cancelled. Wait, what? Your lowly origins make you unsuitable for the great honor of rendering service to the Empire, a right that ought to be available only to the hereditary nobles of the sword. So there's this massive dilemma going on in this game about class, basically, yeah? The commoners, the peasants, the poor people, but not really poor, like there's artisans and stuff there, but it's just the mass, yeah? The mass. The great unwashed. Then there's the nobles, who are like the warriors, the clergy, obviously the theological people who, I think make it up as they go along. And then there's these blue-skinned people, these Archneans, yeah? So obviously they want to keep the status quo, you know, they want to keep the power, yeah? But again, I smell the whiff of revolution in the air tonight, everybody, yeah? The college's reputation has been tarnished. It breeds mock nobles, false nobles, who bear not a trace of noble blood. You belong in the lowly estate, but have forgotten your place. Cornelius, Tempest, and other traitors to the empire are indulging you and defacing the institution of the nobility for their lowly interests. A noble lot for those of lowly birth. How can this be? So he is not into kind of social, what would you call that? How would you call it? Social movement, social migrant, I don't know. There is an expression, isn't there? Upwardly mobile, yeah? Alright, again, there's too much to explain, everybody. Please, if this is your first time watching, go back and watch the previous streams. There's a very long backstory to what's going on at the moment. And it would take me, it would take me half an hour to explain. And time is short. We do not have time. There is revolution in the air. I will not stand for this disintegration of the imperial order. Now turn away from the college this instant and return to the humble trades of your ancestors. Plow your fields, dig your fields, mend your boots, and work and suffer by your lot. If any of you dares to set foot upon the stairs, you will be killed at once. Okay, Egarius, or whatever your name is. The students to be, the potential students, if they pass the exam, they're in, yeah? The students to be meet this speech with a stunned silence. The crowd in the square is growing, however. The news of the Monian, Monian noble militia and the college's closing spread throughout the streets like wildfire. Wildfire, you ask? What's that? Well, if you go back to the previous game, Firewatch, we do a lot of vocabulary on wildfire. Really, really good game. One of my favorite games, I think. More humans join. More humans, right? Because the Arcans don't seem to be human, these royals, yeah? More people join the crowd. College students, commoners, officials who worked hard to be ennobled. Everyone's angry, yeah? Unrest grows around you. You hear people calling to rush Archduke Monroe's forces to take control of the college and defend your right to become noble. The Emperor himself gave us this right. We have to fight for it. Good, good. Crazy mob. Now, here we are. This is where we finished, okay? So this is where we finished this morning. This is a decisive moment for all of you. The old gentry, the nobles, have challenged me, or have challenged us. Will you accept the challenge? Well, in the face of this shameful, illegal act by Archduke's forces, you may prove that all of you deserve the noble lot. You will need to break through the cordon, the barrier of soldiers. Get inside the college and take control of it. The nobles will never dare hurt you if your presence is strong enough. Power to the people, everybody. People need to hear this. If you are ready to risk it all and fight for your right to the nobility, you will have to lead the charge. Bum, bum, bum. And that's where we finished this morning. I did the poll, and not even overwhelming, a complete majority, 100% of responses to were that we charge. So everyone, all I can do is listen to the fans and friends of Class A plus English, yeah? So this is what we're going to do. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, let's do it. And if anything happens, I blame you as well, by the way. All right, here we go. Ready? There better be some kind of choice here. People keep coming to the square in the meantime, including students and teachers from the Divine Seminary. Now, a seminary is like a religious school, yeah, where you learn to be in Christianity. You learn to be a priest. I heard an interesting thing, a very famous thing in Ireland. Like historically, one of our biggest exports was always priests, yeah. And the big seminary in Ireland is Maynooth, yeah, Maynooth College, close to Dublin, right? It's where all these priests learn to be priests, they train to be priests, and they go off around the world doing their thing, if you know what I mean. And now Maynooth is like the biggest producer of chips, yeah, computer chips in Europe. Technology has taken over, seemingly. Okay, even the theologists are here. The lot of the clergy is to guide others to the right path. When the estates clash, the priests are bound to intervene. Bound to meaning likely, highly likely. If you go to Dublin in November, it's bound to rain. Yeah? If you go to Dublin in November, it's highly likely it will rain. Okay? So it's like a possibility or probability, yeah? So the priests have turned up. The seminary teachers instruct their students to form a line between the noble militia and the outraged mock crowd. Okay, everyone's really angry. So the priests are jumping in the middle to keep a peace line, a divide. The priests begin telling the warrior nobles and riotous commoners to return to the preordained divine order lest they provoke the wrath of the gods. The wrath of the gods, as the priests utter these words, as they say these words, the crowd around you disappears. A vision appears before your eyes. Oh, sweet baby Jesus, I'm having another epiphany. Class A plus is tripping out again. The empire is ablaze. It's burning. I see burning lands, steeped with pain and despair everywhere. You look, rivers overflowing to extinguish the burning world. You can tell that soil scorched by such fire will never bear fruit again. I'm having a vision. I'm hallucinating. Class A plus English is hallucinating and seeing stuff, yeah? And it doesn't look good. It looks like a bad trip. But God's given vision. Okay, that's a typo there. That should be the God-given vision. Okay? The God-given vision demands to be heard, demands to be prophesied to the world, but only a priest may speak to the twins and for the twins. Now, this is a problem as well. We're having a religious divide. There's kind of a reformation thing going on here. There's the old order, everything is cool, keep the status quo, the rich are the rich, the poor are the poor. Yeah, there's twins. There are twin gods. There's two gods, right? And they're twins, yeah? But only a priest may speak to the twins and for the twins. Will you keep it inside or will you step into the path that twins have revealed to you? This is my second hallucination, as I like to call it. Now, what will it? You keep it inside or will I step into the path? The gods are talking to me, everyone. Somebody pushes me, somebody shoves me in the back. And I snap out of the vision. Snap out of it, Brian. You return to... Wait, what? and you snap out of it. You turn around to see a small but decisive troop of commoners moving quickly through the crowd. They are led by Sophia. Look at her, she's so dreamy. As soon as she sees you, she signals them to stop, because we're friends, because I helped her get a professor away, which is the cause of all this problem. So you're here too, going to rush the college, are you? Can't you see it already? The laws cannot be trusted. They gave you the right to study here just to throw you a bone. When the going gets tough, your masters will take it all away. I do this to my cat sometimes, but then she scratches me, so not very often, to be honest. It's time for you to decide. We are the Lotless, and we are not putting up with this system any longer. We will fight for a new world. Are you coming with us, or are you going to submit to them? Yeah, Gods is a mistake. It's translated. This game is translated from Russian. Yeah. I've had a few messages on social media from people, and I think here in previous games, they were asking me how is the translation, and I think we're at about 4 typos, I think, maybe. Not many, but there are these little things sometimes, but like I said, maybe 4. And there's a lot of words, yeah, in this game. Okay, everybody, it is the choice. We can try to become a priest, we can try to become a noble, we can remain a commoner, or we can join the Lotless because, you know, Sophia, the weird witchy woman we bet know. We're going to go Lotless. I declare it, everybody. There are students and professors locked inside the college. Who knows how long Monroe will maintain this siege? And what if they start slaughtering people? Neither group of nobles will care what happens to them. Okay, let's look at this. A siege. Okay, so this is a medieval world. You know, it's 1135, right? Genghis Khan. Yeah, this is Genghis Khan times, right? You know what I mean? If you go east, stuff's getting crazy. But Class A Plus is a big fan of Genghis. Okay, a siege is when you surround the town. You don't let anyone in, you don't let anyone out. To lay siege to a city or a town, right? So here, they've surrounded the college or the university. To slaughter means to kill, yeah? And what happens if they start slaughtering, killing people? Yeah, but no, I wouldn't like to get a room with Genghis, to be honest with you. Yeah, that would definitely be a bad move. But he's misunderstood. He's definitely misunderstood, yeah? Neither group of nobles will care. And I sent you a 6-hour video, Iona. Yeah? Check that out, man. It's really, really good. It will explain a lot of things. Okay, there was the Tower of Skulls outside Baghdad, you know? I digress. Neither group of nobles will care what happens to them. We're going to go inside and pull them out. Come with us if you're ready to take control of your own destiny. Yeah, absolutely. I've fallen asleep to it as well. It's really, really nice, yeah? It's really, really good, yeah? Come with us if you're ready to take control of your own destiny. I am ready to take control of my own destiny, Sophia. Oh, I just lost my headphone, my earbud. Alright, let's get into it, everyone. Here we go. The tension in the square is palpable, and the situation is about to implode. I can smell the violence, everybody. Students, commoners, nobles of the mantle, followers of the new faith, all of them are gathering their forces to move on the wall of soldiers. They expect the nobles to let them through en masse. Surely they won't start a massacre. The Lotless led by Sophia, prepared to break through the siege to rescue the people in the college. And all the while the priests preach peace to both sides of the conflict. Okay, this is getting kind of hot, isn't it? Yeah? It's going to be a big decision in a moment, everyone. The college is your only way into the nobility. Only you can fight for your new lot and fulfill your duty to your family. You could organize an offensive strong enough to get into the college and thus seize your lawful right like a true nobleman. Yet the revelation about the wrath of the gods still boom, 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 pulses in my mind. Once revealed, this vision will take you on a different path. Standing with the priests and preaching what you have just seen, warning all of the dire dangers on the path of warring estates. Dire, really bad, dire straits. To be in dire straits, really, really bad, yeah? Oh no, my business is in dire straits. Bringing the twins' word to the people and guiding them to salvation. Could this be your new lot? No, I've got no interest. I'm going to play this game again. We'll go through different lots, but I'm not playing the priest this time. Sophia and the Lotless. Careful, careless. Yeah? Full of care, no care. I'm so careless. I left my book on the metro. An injection. If you get an injection into your arm, you go to the doctor, yeah, and you get an injection. Is it painful or painless? Yeah? For me, it's painless, as long as I don't look. So here, they are the lotless, without class. They expect you to join their struggle. They are waiting for you to cast off the old ways and the eternal yoke of subservience. The yoke is always an old word for it. It's kind of like a collar, I think, wasn't it, on oxes or cows or something? Yeah. So we always say the yoke of oppression, the yoke of subservience. You know, you're a slave. If you choose this path, you will not change your lot, and your suffering will continue. But your suffering might just change this world. Change the world, you say? This is the moment. Your future life will be declared here and now, and I have no choice. Look, I can't do it. I can't become a nobleman. It's locked. Preach. Follow the lotless. After all that, after all 2 people responding to my poll this afternoon, but this was the plan. So hey, you join Sophia and her men and try to rescue the besieged students. Okay, I need to take a little break here. I need to go to the bathroom. So we're going to finish it there for a second. I will be back in 98 seconds, okay? Be right back. BRB. Where are we? Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back for the big charge, everybody. We didn't really have a choice. We are joining the lot list. Yeah, revolution is in the air. I hope you're ready. Let's get back into it. You have decided. The storm of doubt in your mind clears at last. You are done serving the will of the others. You will defy your lot, and you do not need another. You are free already, and for this freedom you are ready to sacrifice anything. You walk to the lotless and Sophia smiles at you softly. He's 17, he's horny. Her companions pat you on the shoulder. And then you get to work. Revolution, brothers and sisters. The lotless withdraw from the mob. A mob is like a crowd of people, maybe agitated and angry. The crowd, they withdraw from the mob in the square and prepare for the raid. They are strong people of lowly birth, and their clothes are covered in dirt and soot. They hang on Sophia's every word. Soot is the black kind of carbon stuff that you get in chimneys. Yeah, there used to be these things called chimneys, everybody, when we used to light fires in our houses. And that kind of black stuff would be soot. They hang on Sophia's every word, meaning, they're listening to her. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. So the plan is simple. I will go to the warriors by the side gate and distract them. You know me. I have my ways. She's a witch. The rest of you must get inside the college and leave the people outside. When you are done, wait for my signal, which is probably screaming, burning warriors, if past experience has anything to go by. There you go. Here we go. Yeah. Sparks of yellow flash in Sophia's eyes. She walks with confidence to the nobles guarding the side gate. They meet her with drawn swords, and then a flash of yellow light fills their eyes. The warriors freeze in place. Sophia walks away, and they follow her obediently. The path is clear. You will hear one of the lotless gasp in awe. That's our owl, all right. She... Don't get me started with the owls. Only she can do that. It's time. You open the gate and get inside the college, leaving the cries of the mob behind. Nobody stops you. Once this is done, you scatter, split up, to search the halls for students and professors. They are not too eager to trust the trespassing commoners, but with Arcanian swords hanging over their heads, they trust you anyway. Your student garb helps you to convince them. Garb being clothes, yeah? So I'm kind of like dressed in a boater or something. You take everyone you can find out of the college through the same unguarded gate. Hang on. Okay. The Loftus take a roll call in an alleyway behind the college. You've rescued almost 24 men. Sophia is the last to reach you. It's time to leave. The maze of hidden alleyways takes you safely to a patch of abandoned land. So like kind of a abandoned wasteland kind of thing, yeah? A maze is like a labyrinth, yeah? Sophia clambers up onto the half-crumbled wall of an old house. Clamber to climb. She lights her pipe and gestures confidently for everyone to come closer. Come closer, my friends. I will not burn you to death. Welcome all. We are the Lotless. We are the people who will never stand for the injustice of the imperial system. We live as we see fit. We have no masters, only our free will. Hurrah! Join our ranks, and you will be forever free. Yeah. When the eyes go yellow, you know. Join our ranks, and you will be forever free from the whims of the Arcadians and the gentry, the nobles. Walk away, and they will be free to do with you as they see fit, what they want to do. I believe today was a fair show of their intentions, right? They try to intimidate the people, yeah? The free students exchange glances. If they join you, their hopes of being ennobled by the mantle will be cut short, but they already saw how precarious, how dangerous their position is. Many of them are enraged by the fact that the Arcanians can take their rights whenever they please. They're really angry, okay? The nobles and the Arcanians have shown their cards. They've revealed their hand, you know? They don't care about us. We won't force you to say you're free to leave and go back to the college when it opens, if it opens. But if you don't want to dance to their tune anymore, the Lotless welcomes you. Please don't burn me. Many students joined the ranks of the Lotless that day. You are among them. You are greeted by the motto of the Lotless. Freedom for everybody, liberty for everybody, and if anyone disagrees, we will burn them to death. Almost. Our cause is just. Our cause is just. Our cause is just, everybody. Your new life has begun. Your life as a member of the Outlaw Brotherhood. Outlaws generally meaning criminal, yeah? There's no going back, there's no returning. You will be neither nobleman nor priest. Your father will never forgive you for letting the family down. Yeah, Daddy is not going to be happy about this at all, yeah? But for the first time in your life, you feel truly free. You have defied your lot. Now your fate is yours. What will happen next? Time is it? Path of the Lotless. An event has happened. Conditions. Well, I'm remaining a commoner. You remain in the commoner state with no choice but to fend for yourself, to fight for yourself and make your own way in the world. The die is cast, my friends. Okay, quick stop there, yeah? So anyway, let me just explain. My name is Brian. I live in Alicante in Spain. I'm from Ireland, and this channel is called Class A Plus English. I'm an English teacher, an online English teacher. If I teach exam preparation, I teach business English. I've been doing OET exams for like doctors, nurses, dentists, and stuff. Anybody looking for online lessons, you can contact me in the channel description. There's an email address, okay? So contact me there. But this channel is I really enjoy video games. I play video games all the time, and what I'm doing here is I'm playing story-driven PC games, you know, and explaining vocabulary, and it's really good for English learners. But you know, you don't need to be an English learner to hopefully enjoy these games because they're really cool. I've been playing some really good games, yeah. Definitely go and watch Firewatch if you haven't seen it. I really enjoyed that game. What else? Well, please. In The Life and Suffering of Sir Brante, they have the twin gods, you know. On YouTube, we have the almighty algorithm, and you can really help me by liking. If you've enjoyed this, you know, if you're enjoying these streams, you can really help me with the algorithm god and like the stream. What else? If you haven't already, subscribe. Again, the algorithm gods, it works really well for me. And also, it just makes me happy, yeah? It really makes me happy, yeah? So anyway, thank you. Let's get back to the game. Do, 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 do. Bonds of friendship. Ad break, yeah. Ad breaks. Yeah, verbivore. You return to the lodging house one last time to gather your belongings for the move to your new home. A young man dressed in the uniform of the military academy greets me at the door. It takes you a moment to recognize Thomas, my old boyhood friend. Your friend locks you in an embrace. We hug. Oh, that's nice. But he's at the military academy. Okay, so he can be my general. Brante, hi, how are you? I heard about the nasty stuff that went down in the college square. Those damn gentry would do anything to keep low-born folks like us under their thumb. To be under the thumb, yeah? Under control. Glad the situation resolved itself. As for me, I am an academy cadet now. Alright, good. Tomas likes to fight. He's beaming with pride. You invite him in and chat while you pack. Tomas continues to relay the news as you walk up the stairs. So he's telling me all the news, yeah? I made it into the top 10. Can you imagine? Did pretty well in sparring. And to sciences. It was all thanks to the help you gave me back in school in Anizut. That's my hometown. I'll be studying the art of war now. Know your enemy, yeah? And then it's a quick march to a noble title. How about you? Well, you know, I've become a revolutionary and we are going to try to smash the system, eliminate the nobles, and, you know, massacre the priests. Something like that. You tell Tomas about what happened over the past few days and of the path you have chosen. He remains quiet as you speak. Both of you realize that you may never see each other again. I'm guessing we'll see each other at in the battlefield. You know, Brante, here's what I think. You may have your own path in life, but you're my friend. Spill some beer. We gotta make sure our friendship lasts forever, no matter what happens to us. We're going to get tattoos? We have got to, we gotta get out of this place. Yeah, so this is how we would pronounce it. I don't say, I have got to go to the supermarket. I would say, I gotta go to the supermarket, yeah? You gotta check out this really cool YouTube stream called Class A Plus English. It's amazing, yeah? You can practice on your friends. Alright, what's he holding? It's not a tattoo, it's a ring! Here, I brought these 2 brass rings. If the old tradition is to be believed, both the rings and their wearers will always remain close to each other, no matter what fate takes them. What do you say? Do I make a pact? Do I make a pact with this guy? He's an old friend, though. The 2 of you grew up side by side. Tomas, the audacious, hot-blooded, sharp-tongued boy who used to live next door. You can't imagine your childhood without him. He's like my old best friend, yeah? But would it be right to promise him that your friendship will last forever? No matter what happens? That is a dilemma, really, isn't it? Yeah. I've chosen the revolutionary path. Why is this shining? Hang on, let me just check. Okay, the path of the lotless. You remain in the communist state with no choice but to fend for yourself. Okay, we've done that. I think is it like a new information or something? No? Right. Alright, really quickly, let's have a look. I'm 17, I'm lowborn, I'm commoner. My occupation is conspirator. I like this. Diplomacy, unknown. Valor, I'm still weak. I need to build up valor, yeah? Let's have a quick look at the attributes, yeah? My proficiency in the laws of the empire, as well as your connections and influence among the ruling elite and high society. I want to destroy them. It affects your ability to negotiate. I will not negotiate with these people, and my level is unknown, but that doesn't really matter. I think this could be of importance. My capabilities as a warrior. Your strength in battles and duels, it affects your ability to fight and command troops. Most important to the judge. That's in the past. That's in the past. I don't want to be a judge anymore, but I think I need to build this up, yeah? In case it gets physical. Theology. Yeah, I'm a beginner. Not interested. Eloquence. I'm tongue-tied. Okay. The ability to instill faith to guide and lead people with your speeches. I'm tongue-tied still, meaning I'm not very good at speaking. But look at this. Manipulation. Your ability to influence people by way of deception and trickery and use them to achieve your goals. Most important to the conspirator. And we are a con artist. We're good. Scheming. Yeah? What does scheming mean? Your talent for inciting riots, organizing ambushes, and plotting murders, assaults, and sabotage. It determines the success of your criminal undertakings. Yes, please. And we're dangerous at the moment, yeah? We're getting good. Get good, yeah? Willpower. I'm full of power. So I'm doing pretty well there. Alright. Alright, we've chosen the dark side, everybody, and I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, yeah, what do you want? You want a ring thing, yeah? 2 rings made of plain brass lie in his open palm. If you wear these rings, you will be bound by ties of friendship for the rest of your life. Okay, we have 3 choices. Let's have a look. I can't swear an oath. I can't promise. But I can take the ring now. Destiny, a bond of friendship. Okay, so we're BFFs, yeah? Best friends forever! I can keep things as they are. My willpower goes up. What does it say? Hang on, sorry. Right, bond of friendship. Keep things as... You take the ring, the 2 of you have been friends for a long time. It seems unthinkable that your friendship could ever end. I don't know, in my experience. Personality, willpower, relations. You're sure you will do your best to keep the friendship alive, but you cannot promise it will be forever. Iona, are you watching? We need decisions time, or we can end the friendship. You are not allowed. You are not the children you used to be. This is where you must part ways. What do you think, everybody? We can take the ring, swear allegiance to each other forever, a bond of friendship. We can keep things as they are. Willpower goes up, or end the friendship. Are you trying to sabotage me? Yeah, we are the lotless, Iona. We sabotage them, not we sabotage ourselves. Yeah, end the friendship. Okay, done, done. We are the lotless. I don't take the ring. The smile fades. Sorry, that's a bit. I look a bit weird there. You do not take the ring. The smile on Tomas' face. He's going to threaten me now, isn't he? You sigh heavily and tell him what you think. The two of you no longer walk the same path. Why make false promises if you're going to belong to different worlds and estates? No rings will ever change that. Tomas sighs heavily too. He puts the rings back in his pocket. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Fair enough then. Jesus, fair enough then. Guess our friendship is a thing of the past. So we're going our separate ways after all. Well, take care, Brante. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again someday. Ha ha! He offers you a hand to shake before he leaves. You wish each other luck and part ways. That's pretty heavy for a 17-year-old, isn't it? Like, okay, but we're still okay. Now, give me 1 second, everybody. I need to do something really quickly, yeah? Duck. Okay. No. He closes the door behind him. You are finally alone in your room. It's time to pack your things. Your new home awaits. Our status, we have severed all ties. He lived on the same street, born to a family of humble artisans, went to eternity to pursue a military career and to earn the title of Legionnaire. I'm sure we'll see him again, yeah? Nothing binds you to Tomas any longer. You are strangers to each other. You're a stranger to me. "11:35, autumn. A letter from home. You write a letter home and tell... Oh, Jesus, can you imagine now, yeah? Papa, I am trying to smash the system. You wanted me to be a judge, but I'm trying to smash the system. You write a letter home and tell them you failed to get into college. There's no other way. Father would have learned everything one way or another. It isn't an easy letter to write. He did send you to the capital specifically to attend a college after all. You write about Archduke Monroe's assault, and the students' doubtful future now that their right to be ennobled by the mantle may be revoked. You tell them that you plan to get a job in the capital and earn a living. They should accept your choice. Well, really, I don't know. I don't know. How are they going to take it, do you think? I think Mother will be sad and Father will be furious for a while, but he will accept it. Oh, here we go. The reply from your family arrives very quickly. We sent you to the capital with a sole purpose, but you failed. Indeed, nobody expected an attack on the college, but you could have upheld your right to study there. Had you been more firm, more focused, Cornelius Tempest will ensure the college opens again, yet you have already rejected the nobleman's love. And to what end? I can only accept your choice now, but you will no longer receive any support from the family. You are dead to us. It is up to you to earn your keep. I can only hope that you will not disappear in the capital. Is that a threat, Dad? Is that a threat? Okay, here's my brother. The entire siege incident is nothing but a poor excuse. You failed to uphold your right to enter the college, and that is the end of it. It cost Father so much time and money to send you to the capital, and you rejected it all. And for what? To remain a commoner until the end of your days. I hoped you would one day become my equal. But now the very thought of this is just absurd. And then there's another letter. It's from Gloria. It seems neither Father nor Stefan knew she sent it. Okay, so Gloria is my sister, and we like her. Sir Robert smashed a vase when he saw it, when he read your letter. Vase or vase, everyone? Yeah, I say vase. Actually, what do I say? Vase. No, I say vase, actually. Stefan screamed at the top of his lungs about lowborn and foul bloods. Fortunately, I led Mother and Nathan away before we all got into trouble. But I'm proud of you. You defied Father's will. You went against all expectations, against this entire rotten system. You made this decision. Now follow it to the end. I believe this path will lead you somewhere worthy. Take good care of yourself, my brother. Alright. Ends the friendship. Yeah, this is all your fault, Iona Douglas, whoever you are. Okay, so Daddy's angry. Distaste. He's got distaste for me. Oh, duh. My siblings are indifferent. Well, that it's kind of like normal life, to be honest with you. Hey, but Gloria likes me, so that's good. The poet. The Lotless. You cast one final glance over the room where you lived for so long. Jesus, am I still packing? Here is the table at which you sat studying all those books. Here is the bed in which you dreamed your dreams of the future. Your things are packed. Yeah, to pack your bags before you go on holiday. To pack your bags before you join a revolutionary guerrilla army. You walk down the stairs. The landlord's servile smile is gone. The unspent remainder of the funds allocated for your accommodation drop onto the counter from his reluctant hand, and then he turns away. Yeah. Landlords, everybody. Oh, sorry. Let me explain. A landlord. Okay. So this is often a strange word for students, yeah. If you go somewhere, if you rent an apartment, a flat, or you rent a house or whatever, yeah, the person you pay the money to, if it's a man, it's a landlord, and if it's a woman, it's a landlady. It's a very old expression, isn't it? Like landlord, the lord of the land. You know what I mean? It's a very weird word, but yeah, we use it in English. We need to change this word. Maybe we can just call them vampires. But anyway. And then he turns away. You have no lot now. You have no class now. You are free. Free even from the knowledge of your tomorrow. You have cast away your destiny. But for what? This remains to be seen. The Brante family will support you no longer, but you have to find a place to stay in the capital so you can aid, you can help the Lotless. So you seek Sophia. So you look for Sophia. I'm afraid, so this is Sophia, I'm afraid I can't offer you a noble estate, but we found a basement in an abandoned house and made it into our home. They are squatting. Very good. I like this. It's on the bank of Reglata by the river port. It's livable. There's only one room for everyone, so bring your own bedding. But it's warm and clean, and we have food and a place to keep our things. You'll be safe. Okay, good stuff. After all those carriage rides, going through the city streets on foot isn't half bad. The Bayside wind still gets under your skin, but it also cools you down on hot days. Not that you need it. You were born in Anizot, in the very southernmost part of the empire, and the hot season in the capital is nothing compared to the real heat in Margra. Okay, so we can see here, I think. Can we see it? Yeah, right. Here's the empire, right? So we're from here. We're from Anizot, the city of your birth and the capital of the arid, dry province of Magra. It's the largest and most ancient city in the south of the empire. Anizot is home to the Silver Tree, a sacred landmark grown by the twins when they descended to the mortal realm. The old prophecies say that Anizot is where the end of the world will begin. So this is my hometown, everyone. We know nothing about these villages and towns, but we are in Eterna here in the north. And so this is the capital of the blessed Archean Empire. This ancient and beautiful city was built upon the shores of 3 rivers. By the Emperor's own order, Eterna houses the Imperial College, right? We've had problems there. Military Academy, Tomos, which provide opportunities for commoners to become nobles of the mantle through service and valor, as well as the Divine Seminary, so that's the theological place. Eterna is the place where Archean tradition, architecture, and fashion, everybody, have always reigned supreme, but the influx of human nobles and wealthy merchants is slowly changing the way of life in the capital. Yeah, it's a hotbed of revolution, if you ask me. Alright. After all those carriage rides, going through the city streets on foot isn't half bad. The Bayside wind still gets under your skin, but it also cools you down on hot days. Okay, so we're talking about the temperature, not that you need it. In Anizote, in the very southernmost part of the empire, the hot season, it's arid, it described it as, yeah? So it's like really, really hot. You recall all the hot days in the garden, sitting with father and talking about the lots, the classes, and your future in the capital. He used to look at you with such pride. Oh, I've disappointed him. He was so confident you would follow him in his footsteps. Now, we've discussed this in previous streams, yeah? To follow in someone's footsteps is to do what they did, yeah? A chilling gust of wind snaps you out of it. Enough nostalgia, to be nostalgic, to be sentimental. It's time to face the future you have chosen for yourself. Yeah, well, I'm young, I'm free, I'm single, I'm living in the capital city, and I got rhythm, you know? The house where the Lotless live is close to the port. The basement entrance is hard to find, but you eventually locate it. Dad, yeah, I don't know. It's Daddy and Mummy. I've been doing that deliberately, yeah. Yes, Daddy. Yes, Mummy. Anyway, sorry. The house where the Lovers live is close to the port. The basement entrance is hard to find, but you eventually locate it. So this is the squat, yeah? Inside is one large room with bedding and belongings strewn all around the floor, all about over the floor. You find some free space in one of the corners, so you place your bedding and your things nearby. You take a good look around. All right, this is your commune, everybody, yeah? You're in the revolutionary commune. Things could get crazy. There's only a handful of people in the building. You introduce yourself to them. They show you the utilities, a small kitchen and a room with a stove cooker and several buckets of water. If you need more water, the river is right nearby. You ask them how long they have lived here. Like, I'm not going to tell you squatting stories. About 8 months, one of the Lotless tells you. They took over this basement back when they only had 10 members. Most of them were more or less homeless, disowned by their families, expelled from the college, academy, or seminary. Sophia found a place where they could all live together. She's this kind of like Charles Manson kind of figure, isn't she? You know what I mean? Yeah? You know, follow me or burn to death, I know? Everyone sleeps in the basement and meets in the abandoned house above. Sophia certainly is thoughtful, you intone. That she is, your fellow Lotless say, nodding. Yeah, she's lovely. Yeah, she's fantastic. Please don't burn me, please don't burn me. She takes good care of us, and she's also really secretive and demands that we follow her orders to the letter. And also she doesn't burn us alive. Even after all those months, nobody knows where she lives. She only shows herself when she deems it necessary, when she thinks it's necessary. So she's kind of a mysterious gal, isn't she? Yeah, with the yellow eyes and the burning fingers and the murder and stuff. Revolution. Soon you come to know the Loftus better, and you see that they truly believe in what they are doing. Jesus Christ, we've joined a fucking cult, haven't we? At present, they are trying to expand their ranks and convince the common folk. I've joined a cult, everybody. God knows where this is going, yeah. Alright. At present, they are trying to expand their ranks and convince the common folk that the present order in the Empire can and must be fought. This is, what's his name, with the Kool-Aid, yeah? Jim Jones, yeah? I can feel it. You can do this. You have to believe you can do this. And you have to do whatever Sophia says. We have joined a cult, my friends. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. Some of the students you rescued are also here. With their arrival, the ranks of the Loftus practically doubled. The events in the college turned them against the current system. They are eager, quick to act, and so are you. Sophia meets with every newcomer in private. I'm going to have to sleep with her, haven't I? She's going to be sleeping with everybody. God knows what's going to happen here. It takes a few days before she finally speaks to you, too. With or without you. Sophia is sitting at a desk behind a pile of papers. She looks worn out, but she still smiles at you. Worn out. To be knackered. To be exhausted. To be really tired. I'm always worn out. As a teacher, you know, when I get to the summer, June, July, I'm usually pretty worn out. I'm exhausted from teaching, you know. I need a break. So anyway, as a cult leader, it must be hard work, and she looks very, very tired. She's worn out. She's knackered. Hi! There's a reason I want to talk to you at last. Our ranks are growing, but not everyone is as smart and learned as cunning as you. I need results, and I expect you to get them from you. I expect to get them from you. That's definitely a threat. We have to tell the common folk the truth about what happened at the college. It doesn't matter how we do it. The Loftus will never forget, and we will never forgive the nobles for what they did. We have to tell people we exist, and we have to recruit new members. I know you can think of a way to do both. Let's burn some people to death. I expect a report in 1 week at our next meeting. Good luck. What time did I start? I started at what, 9:30, was it? Sophia stops talking and looks at you. You nod. There is something else you want to tell her, but you have no plan just yet, and it seems she has no time for small talk. Okay, she's a very serious person. You leave the meeting room. What will you do now? How can you tell people about the lot list without everyone getting arrested? The best place to do this would be somewhere on the outskirts of the city, in the markets and taverns where commoners tend to gather. You spend the rest of the day strolling through the streets. After a night of pondering, thinking, you have 3 ideas. Your first idea is the safest. Print a lot of leaflets and spread them all across Eterna. Okay, we're going to spam the world. Tiny papers are easy to hand out, and all it takes is a few printed words that hit home, and a printing press. Can you even find a print shop that will support your cause? Okay, so this is definitely going kind of Reformation, isn't it? Yeah, with Gutenberg and the printing press, yeah? I remember listening to something like that. I don't remember what it did, but, it took 10 priests 100 hours to transcribe a Bible, And when the printing, the printing press, it was just, when Gutenberg's printing press, it was just, 4, 5, 6 hours or something. You know what I mean? It was a revolution. So yeah, we can see here that what's going on now. Plan number 2: talk about the lot list to anyone willing to lend an ear, anyone happy to listen. This is a more reliable option. After all, people tend to believe other people more than words on paper. It's more dangerous too. It's easier to arrest an orator than an author, and your numbers are too few as it is. True. So we got the printing press, talking to people, fire. And then there's plan number 3. The city is still abuzz. Vibrant, buzzing after what happened at the college. Somewhere out on those frantic streets are people willing to listen to me, to heed my call. Instead of wasting time and effort telling everyone about the lot list, perhaps you should focus on recruiting. So let's have a look. Print leaflets. Manipulation is up 1. Ooh, good. You write the text for the leaflets, printing them and spread them around. Because remember, I'm a conspirator. I'm good at this stuff. I can condemn the nobles. Scheming goes up. Eloquence goes up. Willpower goes down. You organize groups of agitators who will spread the truth by word of mouth in the city squares. Or recruit new members. You start combing the city's taverns and public houses, searching for more like-minded people among the students and the young. All right, Iona, anybody, what do you think? Print the leaflets. Manipulation goes up. Yeah, that's pretty good. Condemn the nobles, which is word of mouth. Yeah, we go out into the streets, recruit new members. Recruit new members. Willpower goes up, yeah, a lot, yeah? You think recruit new members, yeah? And it is done. Okay. After the incident at the college, people start asking questions and looking for answers. You see how many young people on the streets are quietly sharing rumors, discussing the news, and trying to figure out, to work out, to understand what to do. They already know the truth. They have to be recruited right now. You won't get another chance like this. Over the next few days, you visit a number of taverns and public houses, pubs, frequented by young people. 2 ex-students accompany. So they've gone on the piss, everybody. Yeah, they're so scared of Sophia, they've just gone drinking. While your comrades are loudly discussing the college incident in order to provoke a reaction, you stay away, listen carefully, and watch to see who reacts. Anyone ready to support your position, anyone eager to speak and angry enough to act, is your target. Once you have a target, you sign for your comrades to stop, and together you find a way to get the target alone for a talk. I think this is what you call a mark. You tell your potential recruits about the Loftus and invite them to a meeting next week. Almost all of them say they will be happy to come. The plan is going well. You enjoy spending time surrounded by loud, festive people, energized by freedom, camaraderie, and unity, brought together by a common and just cause. The first day yields 12 potential members. 2 more days yield another 15. We are growing, everyone. The day of the next meeting arrives, and there are not enough seats to fit everyone who arrived to join the Loftus. People are leaning on the walls, arguing, laughing, and listening attentively to Sophia's speech. So particularly inspired today, she addresses you at the end. All right. Today I have nothing but words of gratitude for my old friend. You used to walk a different path, but you have seen that our cause is just. You joined us only recently, but you have done so much for us already, and I'm confident that we have a bright future together. My thanks to you, Brante. All right, good choice, Iona. Douglas, whoever you are. I think I'm still only 18, yeah? Winter, the trial of the 50. You have lived another year in the capital. Eterna has been shaken by what is known as the trial of the 50. 50 people stand trial all at once, all prominent members of several political circles. They are accused of treason and conspiracy against the crown. And at that point, my friends, we will leave it there. I'm really enjoying this game. I think it's really, really good. Yeah, I really like it. So we will continue this Sunday morning, usually around 11 a.m. in Spanish CET, Central European Time. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, again, please likes, subscribes, all that kind of fun stuff, you know. And we will continue our revolutionary journey. And I've had some good advice here tonight, yeah? Whoever, Iona Douglas, thank you. I think you've given me some good advice. I've listened, and I've heeded. I've taken it in, and yeah, it's looking pretty good, yeah? We are the Loftus, my friends. Revolution. Smell it in the air, yeah? Tonight's the night, and we will continue, I hope, our revolutionary actions on Sunday morning. So take care, have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.